Hey Bell, Shadow here. It's been a while.
Greetings to you.
Nice to see. Nice to see you after so long. Been busy.
I know. It's like we got
Hmm.
lost in the
So
twilight or something.
I know, right? Vaguely.
Well, tell everybody where we are right now.
Oh yeah. So hey guys, welcome to my home.
Da 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 da.
Okay, we cue the music actually. Hmm.
I'm not that
So
bad.
it's not that bad. Okay, so basically it's made mostly from marble, quartz, and wood. As you can see, a few cobblestone designs around it as well, and a lot of glass. A lot of glass. Um, This build it was one of my very basic builds, and I've taken it, built the same thing, and modified it a bit with the help of MacMan, the server owner. And yeah, so come along and I'll give you a tour.
I see you got purple water in your pool.
I think that works with the biome. It's cool. I like it.
If you like swimming in
Contrasts with.
grape juice. That's not grape juice,
You
that's
mean
wine.
exactly? That's what I was about to say.
What's this
Okay then, come
what's
on, let's
this
go.
ice portal over here?
Yeah, that was just aesthetic thing. What I'd done is like it was one of my initial structures, so I'd kept like a signboard behind it saying this build was done by Shadow, blah blah blah, the
Okay.
usual crap.
Artwork.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
I'm following.
It's a little expensive though, like quartz. I mean, you know,
A lot of
quartz,
time in the nether.
nether. Yeah, and marble came quite easy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yep. So basically, I went for like a proper modern house feel, and it feels modern enough, I guess, to a certain extent. It has a fireplace, which I don't consider like 100% modern, but it still works. So this is the other way towards the patio and the back door downstairs.
Okay.
Okay, so let's actually start from downstairs. Come on.
Okay, I'll follow.
Welcome to my humble abode. Yep. So basically, this is like a light switch for the hall. You can hear the pistons chugging away at the back. It's a
Oh,
monostable circuit behind the wall, made from vanilla redstone.
okay, that's cool.
Yep. Uh, kind of moving on. Oh, this is where the theater is. So this is the next room you'll probably find in the house. Come walk along the corridor and press this button to open the door. We walk in, we close the door, and hit the lights.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
lights. Yep. So all this is because I needed to work with buttons instead of levers. I have set up quite a few monostable circuits behind the wall here. So it just lights up. I mean, if I put in if I'm not mistaken, the extra utility screen connects and forms a massive multi-block. So I was thinking of placing something like that over there.
Yeah,
Give it a nice,
I can see the redstone lamps up there.
yeah.
Nice
So
touch.
yeah, it's cozy, very cozy. Okay, let's move on then. Switching the lights off.
Nice
Also,
sound.
mobs won't spawn. Mobs won't spawn because I've used an environmental controller, so it reaches this area.
Yeah, big speaker stacks.
Yep, and can shut the door behind us. And moving along. So yeah, this is the way out to the side garden. This is where I eventually plan to set up my botania. Have the view of the lake from here.
I can see that.
Yep. So that's the basic aesthetic on this side.
Nothing like
Going back
blue.
inside.
Nothing like blue and purple.
I know, right? It makes such a good combination. It's almost cyan and purple, like
Especially,
cyan rather.
especially with the flowering vines on the trees behind it.
Yep, that makes it look really nice. I mean, I think this is a mangrove. If I'm not mistaken, mystical
Mystic
grove.
Grove.
Yeah, mystic grove. Yeah, so that makes it look even better. And I do you have step assist? Because it's easier to climb up these stairs with step assist.
I got flight.
Yeah, that works. So this is the living quarters. Here's the fireplace with the living room and a table. Um, I think I may
Look,
have.
missed a block.
It's either that or there's an. I had an Enderman issue a little while back, so I'm pretty sure they might have been responsible.
Yeah, they might have picked up a block and the carpet went with it
Yeah,
because there's
most
nothing
probably.
holding it.
Yeah, and thank God the server has no fire tick. Otherwise, I think a lot of this wood would be up in arms. Yeah. So basically, if I turn this off, the dispensers are charged with like fire charges. If you look at it, so all I do is just sliver. Yeah, it seemed like it went through, but it just stopped there.
Made me
Yeah,
step back.
that's scary. And
Oh,
moving
nice,
along.
nice tree trunks. I never thought of using a cacti as a tree trunk.
Yeah, that was not intentional. Like I
The
just
best
happened.
stuff that you find out is by accident.
Yeah, that's true. So basically, I found a bookshelf in the middle of the room. I wanted to do something here, but I didn't have enough space, so I just left a bookshelf here. So it gives a nice look to it.
I like your hanging
There's
hanging light sculptures. The
glowstone. It's chiseled, yeah. That's
yeah,
a modification because on vanilla Minecraft there was no chisel to do these things.
looks
So
better
this
than
gives,
the cottage cheese that glowstone looks like.
yep. This is another way out back. And this is a bedroom. You can see through the window. It's like an open bedroom.
Obviously,
Not
there's
much
a window.
privacy.
Yeah, but then again, you live out in the middle of nowhere, so
Yep, in a mystic grove.
you just gotta be careful the cows watching.
Yep. And also, this is the bathroom, obviously, as you can see. This is a nifty little towel rack, by the way. It's a white banner. It just looks like a towel.
Nice idea. Your
Yep.
toilet looks kind of large.
Yeah, I got a big ass. Yep. And this, so a double piston drop down, just to give it some light. Moving on.
Okay, I got the
So
door.
this place is a work in progress at the moment. There are a few holes in the floor. Don't mind because I've been doing some wiring.
Kitchen?
Uh, yeah, kitchen plus I was gonna turn this area into like an RF tools backboard dimensions rather.
Oh, I could see that. You could, yeah.
Yeah, so it's if I had cybernetics, I would have turned it into a cybernetics sort of thing. But I don't think there's cybernetics in this if I'm mistaken.
Oh, hold on.
What is this? Oh, it's a scepter of life draining. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so moving on. This connects to the dining room.
You said you
Or we
needed
say
one for your
kitchen.
collection.
Yeah, thank you. So this area is the dining room, obviously. Every kitchen needs a dining room.
Suppose I shouldn't be walking on the table.
Yeah, that's rude.
I wipe my shoes off in the kitchen.
Sure you did. Anyway, there's carpets all over, so it'll catch your grit. And this is my flat screen TV. Not so flat, actually. Block screen TV.
That's true.
Minecraft logic. So, yeah, moving on, next floor. And also here's a tiny pond that's there for like an ambience effect with a very expensive dragon egg mill in between.
Mmm. Make an omelet with that.
Yep. Welcome to the second floor. And this is my bedroom with two more dragon egg mills. A good view of flowery vines and bad quarrying.
Yeah, you may want to
But yeah,
see
the
about that
landscaping
quarrying.
needs, yeah, the landscape needs some work. I haven't had a good contractor yet.
You had to do it yourself. I
Yeah,
see you work the purple from outside in to tie it together.
Yep, plus the blue carpets. Two good colors to work with.
Let me get out of here.
Yep. Moving on. Right. So this is like a lobby annex area, which has a view to the outside and downstairs.
I can see.
Yep. And this, I like this. This is like a hangout quarters, like a lounging area. And there was initially a tea table, but I thought I'd replace it with like a draconic evolution thing and try to adjust this a bit here and there.
Interesting coffee table. Too bad we couldn't put some
I did,
flat glass on it.
I did mention that I just, swapped it out for this. This thing looks cool. I mean, who doesn't like Batman's wings flying around,
You know,
spinning around?
as a suggestion, if you make a flat sheet of glass with chisel and bits, you can probably put 4 quarters on this to make a flat.
I tell you what, I will bribe you to do things for me later.
We shall see.
Right, so this is another TV area. This was initially a giant bedroom, but I remodeled it to have a bookcase. I have put a lever for a natural skylight here, but I may just change it to a button. So it kind of has this nice effect.
Yeah, it does.
Mm. By the way, don't let anyone know you can sneak through the blocks here.
So I should follow you through?
Not at the moment, actually.
Okay, I won't.
Yep, I'm behind you. Hi.
Hello.
Aren't you gonna ask me how I did that?
Probably because it pops out over here.
Not really. There's no way to come here.
Then how did you do that?
I'll show you in a bit. Let's go look at the last floor, shall we?
Okay.
So, the last floor, there's a small patio slash balcony to chill on. And it has a nice view
Yes, it
of
does.
trees.
Of half a tree.
Well, it's not as nice as your place, okay?
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah. Oh my
half a
god,
tree.
half a tree. Minecraft. Mine. What? Why?
Half a tree.
Minecraft. Minecraft. What?
Tell you what, I'll
Wait
look
a second.
away and you can get rid of it.
Yep.
Whoop, we gotta look away. Is it clear? Oh, look at
Oh my
this
god.
stonework. Look at this stonework. Ooh, look at these tables and chairs.
It's gone. It's gone.
Oh,
Here.
I don't know what we're talking about. Oh yeah, touring.
Yep. Here you go. Loghead. Come along, come along. We don't have all day. So this is supposed to be some sort of garden thing. I mean, this is one of my previous builds, like one of the first Minecraft builds I've done, and I didn't really put much thought. Probably derping around a lot. I mean, it's not easy to make vanilla Minecraft look nice. So yeah, moving on. This is the way to the rooftop. There's a small couch there if
Oh,
you want to just
here's
sit and read a
the
book.
top of the
Yeah,
skylights.
skylight. Yep. And the giant black square is my solar panel on the top of the roof.
I see.
So this thing generates like a 2 million RF per tick during the daytime.
But can you fry an egg on
Yes.
it?
You could. It looks a little ugly because of the black structure frame, but what to do?
Eventually, when I can get my stuff advanced high enough, I'll do the same. But
Possibly.
I
I think
need to get stuff
I think it's
set
one
up.
of the most, considering the fact that it needs a lot of resources, it's one of the most resource intensive power generation methods because you actually don't need anything except sunlight, and whatever you like can store up during the day, you can use for like days on end. Minecraft days on end.
Too bad we don't have a way to transmute power from across dimensions because it's always daylight in the end.
Always daylight in the end.
Yeah.
You mean? But I
There's no
never see a
night.
sun.
There's no night in the end.
Is there a day? I don't see a sun. Kind of redundant for solar panels.
It's I from my understand there's no night time in the end.
Hmm. Moving on.
That's
After
something
you.
that's something we'll have to check sometime.
Yeah,
Throw up
possibly.
a panel and
Yep. So this is just an empty room, and this is an infinity pool, I guess, of some sort, or a giant bathtub, whatever floats your boat.
either that or this is where you make wine.
Shh, don't tell them my secret. So yeah, I haven't got around to chiseling all the glowstone in my building. See, this one needs to be done, and so does one near the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's basically the house. Now to show the fun stuff.
Okay.
Oh yeah, back on the second floor. I think I may have missed to show you my smeltery. So since this is modern Minecraft, I had to convert this extra kitchen I had into something useful, and I thought, hey, why not smeltery?
Since you're up here working, you might as well make it into an art form. Seriously.
Excuse me.
Gesundheit.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What do you say?
Since you're up here working, you might as well turn it into a colorful art.
Yeah.
Between the
Might
molten
as well.
electrum, the iron, the night slime,
Yeah,
cobalt,
night time's like pretty good.
and the millennium.
Manualin.
It's so hard to say. I
It's
just
manualin. Okay, now for that secret. You can go right through the middle two blocks of the bookcase. Straight through
ah, that's how you
to
get in
my
your power
welcome.
storage.
Yep, welcome to my Batcave. Yep, that is the Draconic Evolution Tier 7 power storage, which can hold up to 2.14 trillion RF, and currently it's full. Took me probably, I don't know, like a month and a half on this server for it to get full. I mean, it started filling up quite easily once I set the panels going, but until then, like even the turbines over here, these turbines and that reactor, well, they helped. They've kicked out like almost 200,000 RF per tick, but obviously it wasn't going to fill that thing as fast as anything. And then I found environmental techs, solar array, and next thing you know, it was full. So, speaking a bit of the setup, as you may know, you may know, you actually did this in one of our previous servers. Plus, you helped me kind of configure this one. Um, if you can fly up, we have set up like the ports on top of the reactor to give it water, yellorium, and extract the cyanide that comes out. A redstone signal configured through wireless RF. Wireless RF tools, the redstone receiver and transmitter to um, control how the reactor works, considering how much energy I have, so that there's no overflow of RF being produced. And to connect the diagonal turbines, we have used Actuator Edition's fluid laser relays and connected them to separate ports, and that's what keeps this entire setup going. Whereas the ones opposite and next to the reactor have been connected using superlaminar flux ducts, fluid ducts. My bad. So basically, it's a combination of a few mods. Thank God they're all compatible, and Refined storage is like the best thing to have because it's so easy to automate things once you get that running. And with the amount of RF I'm kicking out, I think Draconic uh, wireless energy transferring is like the best way to go because it's quick, it's fast, and it holds 64 million RF in one crystal. So that's a lot. So minus the 2.14 trillion, I have another like multiple amounts of crystals with 64 million RF in them. So I don't think I'll be out of power for a while. Any questions, Bell?
Not yet. You're giving a good tour so far.
All right. So shall we move on? My God, I keep going in circles in my own place.
Come on, you should know your place.
Yeah, it's not the easiest. I mean, everything looks the same. Over here. Right, so back to the center. I forgot to mention to you. Oh, wait, there are random bats in my cave. Yeah, I called it the bat cave. Um, random.
You are wearing bat wings.
Yeah, I am secretly the Dark Knight. So this is my infusion chamber. I mean, fusion crafting chamber. It's all draconic, and underneath this, XNet connects it so that I can automate the basic crafting stuff. So say, okay, for example, if I go into my refined storage and ask it to craft me draconium blocks, I already have 62. But if I control shift and left click, it'll ask whether I want to create. So normally it's created 4 at a time. I click 4 and start. It checks if it has everything that I need. Hit the start button and it automatically starts filling this up. So the center has received its 4 draconium blocks over here, and each one is being filled up with the required items, and it automatically starts thanks to the redstone receiver on top. And underneath this I have, let me show you. Yeah, so just breaking that, underneath here I have set up, if you can drop down, you can see the XNet controlling this crafter sends basically the recipes of what I have to send to craft.
So basically, you send everything to one of these, and it pulls it and puts it into the individual units up there, and then when it's done, it pulls everything back out and puts it into your inventory, like that.
Yep, basically.
Like the block there.
Yep, and then it gets extracted by my refined storage system into my system. So basically, to keep the fusion crafting active, like for it to constantly fuse automatically, I've set up a timer and connected it to a redstone transmitter over there. Well, yeah.
Over there, yes.
Yeah, so can you see that there's a timer and a redstone transmitter connected to it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So basically that's sending out a pulse every 20 ticks. So
1 second.
That's what. Yeah, so that's what keeps the fusion craft up above you running. Shall we head out? Yeah. So there's a visual bug occasionally, like it shows that there's something in here, but there's nothing in here. So yeah, and also I've set up this chest here. So see, automating the upgrading of say weapons and armor, it's a tedious task because these items aren't, the upgrade keys aren't consumed, right? So what I do is I manually put the upgrade key and manually put the whatever is required to upgrade an item or a weapon or a armor piece, because it's the same recipe over and over again, only the key changes. So what I do is I take off the entire set of armor that I can do at once and then put it in this chest, and it automatically sorts it into this crafter one by one, and once it's done it sends it to my inventory.
So basically you put your for example, your helmet. You put your helmet in here.
Yeah.
And
it automatically is taken
puts
into
it up to here.
Yeah.
And when it's in the fusion crafting core, it'll pull the upgrades that you have and run it each upgrade through the helmet, and then afterwards when the helmet's completely upgraded, and put it back to your refined.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, that's one way of looking at it. Actually, what happens is, say, all upgrades for items, like say, okay, in Draconic Evolution, the armor and items have a common upgrade system. So say the RF capacity, that is this one here.
Okay. Hold
So
on.
you can upgrade all items in Draconic Evolution with that, right? So this is going to be constant.
There's the recipe.
Yeah, 1 second. Sorry, it's going to be constant. So I had to put that in one, and then I just put all the items necessary in each chest, and then put into the chest all my items that I want to infuse to that tier. So if it's, say, the basic tier, it requires two golden apples, two diamonds, two eyes of ender, and
Mm-hmm.
one draconic core. Well, sorry, one draconic core per operation. So I multiply the amount. Now, say if I have 4 pieces of armor, I multiply those basic amounts by 4, and then I add it all into these, and then put all 4 sets, and it automatically crafts and sends it back into my refined storage.
Now I remember from the 110 server that you could put a whole stack of items in each
Yeah, you
injector,
can.
and that's
You
that's
can.
how that's how I did mine. I
Yeah,
just set up a whole stack of them and I just went through it like what you did, but I did it manually by placing. But I found that if you put a I know I kind of went old school on this, but if you put a hopper above and below it,
yeah.
you put
It
your
takes and
suit your
puts it in.
set of in the hopper and it run down to the below it and just pull them out and just put them back in for each upgrade that you're doing. So I understand the same thing, but you connected it directly to your storage system. I just did it manually between two hoppers.
Yeah. Anyway, if you don't mind, could you just give me a minute? I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll go steal something.
Go ahead.
See, I'll take this and this and this. Oh, we'll cut back when he's done. Real life takes precedence over gaming all times.
Hello.
Oh, we're back. He had to do a little real life thing. Well, that was only a couple minutes. Back to the tour,
Yeah.
please.
Yep. So basically, that's my fusion crafting system. Nothing much to say. It's pretty
It's,
straightforward.
it's nice and compact.
Um, yeah, I actually went with that, and unfortunately, Xnet cover blocks, they don't link with textures for some reason, so it looks a little messy here.
Actually, I
But
think it looks kind of good like that.
yeah, it actually adds a little bit of ambience. But I still
Hmm.
feel like the mod author can fix that.
Oh well.
Yeah, moving on. So this way here is basically my crops: rice, wheat, and potatoes. But I've removed the farming machines so that because I've collected insane amounts of all these resources. Like I have up to 15 to 16K of these, and
And of
yeah,
course, you use the worms to keep everything hydrated and growing. You realize
yeah.
that with the worms, you can replace the water at the center and without.
Yeah, but still, there's a chance of like it's not as moist, so it keeps taking time to grow. I just kept it this way; it's easier. Yeah. So a few more things to cover, and then we're done. Right now, this is the
Okay.
mob spawning area.
I
Currently, there are blaze spawners in here.
I need to
Because
set up one of these.
yep. Don't go in there because you get sucked into the middle and you'll probably die.
I can see that. That looks so neat
Yeah.
spinning.
Yeah, it is. So basically, this is it's updated with looting, so I get more drops from mobs. Previously, it was Enderman because I was running an Ender generator, but considering that server lag is an issue, it wasn't as perfect as I thought it should be. So I gave up on that idea later on. On the opposite side, though, I've removed the It's all wither spawners because I needed wither skeleton heads. So that's equipped with beheading and looting.
I'm gonna have to steal this myself when I set up a chamber because
Yeah, because
I need to collect some wither skulls so I can get stars so I can take and work on some additional stuff because I want to get into the draconic stuff myself and bring along the viewers.
you can borrow some of mine. I mean, I have like 20k or something.
Yeah, but I want to get everything set up so if anybody who's watching wants to copy or follow along, they can.
Yeah. So inside here is my gas spawner. The only it's okay. That's for some reason it's got inverted, but the basically I kept put a couple of cobblestones because if not, even though there's no light, there are light switches around, like there's enough light, gas still keeps spawning for some reason.
So
So that
you have to restrict the spawning space by placing something in the way of it spawning to keep it from.
basically, yeah.
That's understandable. And then you got.
Yep.
I see you have the fans on the wall.
Yeah, the fans push the gas towards the block because I couldn't keep the mob grinder on the ground. I couldn't keep the mob grinder on the ground because the gas floats and he doesn't hit the mob grinder.
So by the fans, you push it into it. Smart
Yeah,
idea.
basically. Yep. It was the easiest way to get it running, and that's the cheapest way of farming mobs right now. Like at that time when I started. So, and finally, it's my. Obviously, I don't need to introduce this to you. You can come in. It's fine.
Your wither killer.
Yes. And
I
thanks to environment, if I'm not mistaken, this is environmental tech. Oh no, this is industrial foregoing.
Yep.
And it builds with it. So I just with my refined storage system, I feed three wither skulls and four swords and poof, I get a wither.
And obviously you got the sound muffler and the wither boss death muffler.
Yeah,
Muffler.
but I still feel like it doesn't work. Sometimes I tend to hear it even though that's there. I
Yeah,
don't know
but
why.
that's supposed to keep it from affecting the whole server. That's
Yeah.
the main thing about that.
Yep. So that's basically the spawners. Let's see whether I missed out on anything. Yeah, obviously my refined storage system. It's probably one of my favorite mods to mess around with. So actual additions, refined storage, extra utilities, it's all here.
A lot of
This
magical
is
wood in there.
yeah, this enchanter is automated and it's automated to produce evil iron and enchanted metal. So that's basically 8 iron and another star, or gold and lapis, if I'm not mistaken.
Word of warning: if you have evil metal, evil iron or whatever, it
Yeah,
the evil aura you get kills any grass blocks you walk on, so you leave trails of death behind you.
not really planning on holding a tool like that. I mean, I have this
Yeah,
right here.
but you still have to have the capacity to make it if you need it.
Yeah, true. And also I added an enchantment table on top because magical wood still acts as a supply of magic for the enchantment table anyway, so still works.
It works.
Yep. And oh yeah, so this is the system I was telling you about, right? Let me break this glass for you to guys see. Yeah. So basically, these blocks here, each one is a destructor and one is a constructor. So if you right click on the
The red
constructor,
is the
you'll see that I have
destructor, and the
yeah,
blue is the
blue is the
constructor.
constructor.
It shows up on the screen
Yep.
when you hit it with the crosshairs.
Yep. On JEI. Oh yeah. Oh Wyla. Sorry, Wyla. So yeah, basically, if you notice, the destructors are configured with a fortune upgrade, fortune 3, and
And three
3
speeds.
speed upgrade. Yeah, so that it breaks blocks faster.
And the
Whereas
constructor is
the
just three
constructor,
speeds.
yeah, 3 speeds to match the speeds of the destructor, and also it's given the O that I want to do fortune. So basically,
So you lock
O is
that one
like
in and only using that one.
yeah. So every time my void ore miner collects a sort of resource, it sends it straight here and is broken down and absorbed by the destructor itself
Like a built in
and sent it to
whitelist.
my yeah, basically. So the constructors have dimensional shadow that also picked up on my white miner. Has my diamond ore and has draconium ore coming in to all three. So I favor this setup because it's fast, it's quick, and it still gets the job done. Okay, so this is a quantum quarry, and I don't know why it's still on the switch off.
Yeah, I found that
Yeah,
they are power hogs for what little bit of ores that you get.
yeah, I think they run at like 20,000 RF a tick.
Yeah, and even if you have blacklist items, it still
Yeah,
costs that 20,000 RF per tick to bring it and void it.
yeah. So as
That's
you walked along, you would have noticed all my crafters. These
yes.
are for basically vanilla crafting recipes. Everything here. If you right click the first one, you'll probably notice once you shift down, it's all for the refined storage items. So anything I need from refined storage, I get it from that. It's auto craftable.
So how do you make the patterns for the stuff that goes in the solderer? Because I they don't use a normal crafting pattern.
Actually, over here, use a processing pattern with the crafter. So right at the back here, if you come jump over, it's a little complicated at the moment. But you okay? So the crafter you're standing right next to.
Oh, I keep getting pushed off by that glass there. Okay,
Yeah.
this
So the
this
crafter you're
one down
standing
here.
right next to. Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
that sends everything into the solderer. Anything I need to craft to the solderer. And I have two solderers doing two separate things so that it never confuses itself. One does the cores, like say the basic processors, improved, advanced, and then some upgrades, whereas the other one just gets the parts for the processors, like the printed versions of it.
Yeah, where you need the silicon, the red stone,
Yeah.
and then the part that was made in the other one.
Yep,
For
basically.
example, the gold, the iron,
Yeah.
and diamond.
So basically, that's how I set it up. And I have a couple of crushes here, so that certain items give more. Like if you put one rice in an actual editions crusher, you get two sugar. So I don't need to go looking for sugar cane to get sugar.
Yep, one rice, two sugar.
Yeah. So, but that doesn't work on a pulverizer for some reason, and I don't know why. But it's an actual editions thing. So basically, the multiple amount of furnaces are to process ores faster, and basically for efficiency purposes. Because if I want, like, say 100 ingots at once, and if I send it to one furnace, it will take its time. So if I've divided them equally among 10 furnaces to do 10 each, it will be much faster, and it
That's
will
it.
consume more or less the same power.
I see that you're using stone covers to hide your wiring to make everything look clear.
Yeah, I actually did. If you want, just jump to the back and you can see everything how it works.
It looks so much cleaner from the front, though.
Yeah, that is the point. I mean, if I'm working here a lot, I want the area I'm working to be as clean as possible.
I agree.
Yeah, so the same thing has been done on this side, but with pulverizers. So whatever ores I need doubled, I sent it to these. I've actually I put in my crafting system to create what do you call conversion kits or upgrade kits. So I have made 43 upgrade kits from Enderium. So I've automated the processing of Enderium in my refined storage system, and I've got these upgrades to just keep smacking them on.
Makes such a
So
satisfying clank.
I know, so it feels good to finalize something at this point in the game because automation becomes so much easier, and then you can just help others, whoever come along.
So, what modules do you run inside for the augmentations?
Mostly speed for efficiency.
The
Uh,
reception coils. Yeah, in this one.
yeah, yeah, and I
You're gonna
think sorry.
you're gonna put a fourth one probably in those.
Yeah, now I'm just gonna put a fourth one because certain pulverizers I just want speed on them, and specific pulverizers like the one on top here I've given
auxiliary
or
C for
auxiliary
the
C.
secondary product,
Yes, especially like niter and stuff for Enderium and blazing pyrotheum. I need niter.
or the cinnabar from the gold and the redstone.
To be honest, Cinnabar hasn't been much of a problem because the drop chance of Cinnabar is like 50% off a redstone block. So I've only put one auxiliary sieve in all of these, so that's like a 75% chance of getting Cinnabar every time I break down a redstone block. So I may increase that to two auxiliary sieves because the current processing speed is not that much of a problem since I have multiple pulverizers going on.
Nice
So
network wall here.
yeah, it makes things easy. I have a couple more free, so I have to decide what I want to do with them.
I love the network ability that refined storage has.
Actually, yeah, it's amazing. The only thing it comes at the cost of power per tick. I mean, it's running at like almost 4,000 RF per tick if you click on
Whoops,
the
wrong
block
one.
in the controller.
Yeah, but if
So
you've got the power,
yeah, right now I have the power, so I really
yeah,
don't see
but
much of an
if you've
issue.
got the power, it's worth it.
Yeah. Then moving on, another quantum quarry. It's not been disturbed by this. The void ore mine are kind of. I was kind of cramped for space, and I couldn't
Oh
be bothered
yeah,
digging.
just snuck in there.
Yeah,
I,
so I couldn't be bothered digging too much because it was like taking a long time to set this up itself.
it's huge.
And yeah, the final tier is quite huge.
Yeah, it's a room by
So
itself down here.
yeah, so this is why I broke it down so I can access the laser if I want to change the laser colors and stuff. Besides that, it goes straight down to bedrock from there.
Yeah, when I set mine up, I put a ring of Tinker's glass all the way down to the bedrock, so nothing would wander in the way. Nothing, Enderman wouldn't place anything, so it was clear all the way
I
down.
don't I don't think you'll have an issue once you reach tier 7. It goes straight down.
But it just looked neat with a pillar of clear glass with a beam going down the middle.
Hmm. If I'm not mistaken, can you replace these null modifiers with like speed modifiers?
Yeah, the modifiers. Of course, you're gonna have to turn it off to do it, but the modifiers you should be able to replace with other ones.
I
Uh,
think I'll do that for the
at
moment.
least that's the way it worked in the invasion.
Alright, okay. I don't think I went to environmental tech on invasion, but yeah. And yeah, so you can't really go onto that side, but as you can see, there's another extent system for empowering items on the empower. Let's go up and I'll show you.
Right behind you.
Yeah, so basically an Xnet cable, so, I mean, sorry, wireless, I mean, my refined storage cable is connected to this so it can pull off all the resources I pull out.
Okay.
Yeah, basically something similar to what you've done at your base. And this is the empowering system. So basically, if I wanted to craft, for example, say, what's the most basic? Say Inori crystals. So I want to craft an empowered Inori block.
I like how everything
Uh,
is so like it's like art behind the wall.
yeah,
It's like a show
it
by
is.
itself.
It makes it so easy. One second.
And that's the payoff. But after you've spent a lot of time putting something together, be able to stand back and watch it work.
Yeah. Okay, so for some reason, I think there's a small jam in my atomic reconstructor, but I'll probably sort that out and show it to you later.
Sorry, I had to take a drink.
No, that's okay. So basically, that is that. Oh, yes, there's one more place. Come along. So this is my, as you would have called it in your 1.7 server, the Hall of Transference.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so basically I have one portal set up to the end, to the nether. I think, yeah, the nether, not really needed to go see that. This is where my, there's a nether star generator underneath my fusion crafting area, but I don't recommend you go there because it's obviously slightly dangerous.
Yeah, the withering effect. My
Yeah,
place.
yeah, job place. I just set that up today. And
Astral one.
also, so let's go to the last place. That's the Astral Island.
Okay, I'll follow you. Yeah, so
Welcome to
bright.
my astral island. Yeah, it's apparently daytime at the moment. I should make a celestial manipulate and just set it up here so that I can,
That way you can do all your work that you need in one sitting instead of waiting.
exactly. But anyway, my starlight's full. I have a tank of starlight going on over there. Ooh, that reminds me, I wanted one of those conversion kits for that. Or maybe I should make a black hole thing that you were talking about. I'll probably do that.
Black hole tank?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those. They store anything. I've got several of them used.
Yep.
I had to make one earlier because I discovered that my nether pump was bringing in quicksand and jamming up the system. So I just put a black hole pump in line. So when black hole pump or tank will only hold one type of material. So my pipe was
Hmm.
clogged full of quicksand. I put it at the end of the line, so it
Yeah.
went in and took its space in there. So whenever I get some more quicksand, it'll automatically drain into it. Really nice,
Yeah, that makes it easy.
really
Makes it
slick.
really easy. Yeah. So anyway, I got a third island. I have two attunements because I wanted two constellations going, but I might remove one and probably set it up with a few other um, what do you call astral sorcery type stuff. But basically, that's my base so far.
So far.
So far.
There's so many mods in the pack that you can keep adding different rooms to it.
Yep, and it's also like a fact for people who want to learn mods. By the way, I'm gonna do something mean and then be like, oh, I almost fell off myself. I was trying to push you off.
I got a ring.
Bye. Aw.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, time to head back.
Okay. Home.
Portal over here. Yep. So that's my base.
Well, thank you very much for the tour,
You're
and
welcome.
hopefully other players will also wish to give tours of their place. A nice
Yep.
catwalk up there. Is that functional?
Yeah, not really, no.
Ornamentation.
Sort of, yeah. I really didn't think it through.
Put a yeah, that's within 20 blocks. Put a lift elevator up there and pop up there.
Yeah, I possibly might, but thing is, I don't have a proper corner. Maybe somewhere here. Okay, this is a good 3 by 3 area to set it up. Probably might do it here.
No, you know the elevator mod where the with the one block, you jump on it
Yeah.
to go up and you're crouched.
All right. Okay, I can do that. Yeah. Yeah, just set it up in this corner. It should be fine.
That way you can if there that area up there you can utilize because
Yeah, I was thinking of it, but
the
I didn't have any idea for it at the moment.
view up here of your systems looks cool. I've always
Yeah, I
loved
know.
the round instead of the square
Hmm.
for the stabilizers here.
Yep, the round is the best one.
Oh, I see what you did. You've got the energy taps behind it, so
Yep.
the power flows through the beam itself to hide it.
Yep.
And I see
That's basically.
you use the end rod like I did in the 110. It just
Yep.
fits perfect.
Yep. That's basically the plan.
The
All right.
visuals
So
are most important.
I kind of have to go now. Getting a little pestered at the
Okay.
moment.
Thank you very much for the tour. And if
Yeah, no
you add
worries.
anything more, we can always make an addendum to it later.
Yep, will do. I'll let you know.
Okay. And have yourself a very good day.
You too.
Now,
Have fun with the
everybody
rest of the
hit the
day.
like buttons to show him how much you liked his base tour.
Thumbs up.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.